If you don't carry the good with you too, then it's just gonna make the bad stronger.
What drew you to sketch initially?
I've been on this journey with Seth for about 8 years to get this made, and I loved the heart and the spectacle of it, honestly. It was this, story about grief, but then at the same time, this like fun, adventurous, beautiful monster movie. And that kind of clash of both of those to try to ground it in humanity and this kind of supernatural bashing in, I was like, I'm on board. I love it.
What was the most challenging or surprising part about filming this movie?
The whole thing was pretty challenging, but it was inspiring because there were so many people on set that were huge fans of Seth. And so they were doing way more than what they were paid. Like all of his kind of visual arts community, all of his film community, it was just a labor of love from everybody. And just watching that was really inspiring because it was a true independent film and everybody was just going above and beyond.
Yes, I mean, you could definitely tell it paid off.
Yeah.
You worked on another movie that delves into kid emotions. You worked on Inside Out.
Yeah.
How does this movie compare to that one?
We went to Toronto Film Festival last September, and it was right after I was doing press for Inside Out, talking about, inviting your emotions to the table and processing them. And then I go into this, which is very similar. I mean, to me, it's they're both ways to frame a very, very difficult process, And what I love about it is they both give permission to process it. Both give permission to, we gotta kind of go through it to get through it, and you gotta feel it.
This movie, it touches on processing emotions through the child's eyes and also through the adult's eyes. How has this movie affected you, maybe as a father?
I would say I definitely saw myself in Taylor. I think he really thought that he was making the perfect choice to compartmentalize these emotions because he didn't want to see his kids go through challenges. He didn't want to see his kids have to walk through it. And then later he realizes I have to give them the respect to let them walk through their own process. And I totally relate to that. I'm a dad who wants to see their kids go through hard stuff. It's very painful, but they've got to go through it, and you got to give them the respect to go through it.
Do you remember when you were younger, what was your outlet that helped you process hard times?
Yeah, I mean, my parents signed me up for a theater called Young Actors Theater in Tallahassee, Florida. And it was a place I felt seen. It was a place that I could be silly and not judged. And, high school was not middle school and high school were not the easiest of times. And I could just be there and just be kind of be around my people. And I loved it.
When I watch the movie, there's laughs, there's joy, there's sadness, it's scary, it's everything. But you really don't want to miss what the real meaning of this movie is. So could you tell us what the true meaning of this movie is?
Yeah, I think I would say the true meaning, I mean, it's hard to find the true one, but it's like grief is a complicated journey, but it's okay that it's complicated and it's different for each person. And Amber, just started drawing these very dark pictures. And of course the dad's completely freaked out, but that was her process. And I mean, not to sound basic again, but it's the fact that he gave permission to let his kids feel. Because I even still do this to this day. Like, I don't want my wife to be upset. I don't want my daughter to be upset. Why am I so worried about them being upset? Like, why does it pain me so much? And I just kind of have to give them the permission and respect to do that. Because that's human. I do it. I feel it. Why am I afraid that they do it?
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you want more content like this, head over to movieguide.org. Movieguide is a nonprofit organization, and we are supported every day by viewers like you.